Alright people, so this video is just going to be a serious commentary, and I'm sorry if my voice sounds suppressed or all that stuff and I didn't do an intro. A lot of shit has went down, some events went down, such as me leaving MeLo and then joining iJH, and then me leaving that team today, as of right now when I'm recording this, and rejoining MeLo. So, pretty much a lot of shit has went down. And first things first, I want to clarify, there is no hate towards any member in iJH. Again, some of the members were really nice, they seemed pretty chill. Again, it was just kind of these situations that pretty much made me leave the team. So, without wasting any more time, let's get into it. So, pretty much, I originally decided to leave MeLo, and this is because I ended up joining another team called iJH, or It Just Happened, or something like that. The reason that I left MeLo was because I realized that MeLo wasn't really getting anywhere. I was trying to express the team, like, we need to do, like, different uploads. We can't just be doing clips and montages, and I felt like at the time that people didn't really listen to me that well, and I don't want to waste my time controlling over a team that pretty much I have no control over, because technically at the time I was co-leader. I mean, when I rejoined MeLo, like today, I'm pretty much not co-leader anymore. The situation was that they wouldn't upload, like a new series or something just interesting to the channel, and unfortunately it just didn't work out, so I ended up leaving. And pretty much during that time, I ran into Darlo, and Darlo was the leader of iJH at the time. So pretty much he ended up, he ended up looking at my channel, and he said, like, hey, I like the intro templates you did, because again, I had a couple intro templates made, like my SYG one, my MeLo template, my two of my xYSpeedz templates, and pretty much he said, why don't you do an intro for the team? So I pretty much spent a whole day trying to work on it and trying to make sure it was the best. And of course, when it went out on the team channel, it was pretty sick. I actually have the intro itself on my last video if you guys want to go ahead and check it out. But pretty much, it was a really good intro. A lot of people liked it. And of course, Darlo ended up telling me, like, hey, are you considering about joining the team? And at that point, I had to consider whether or not it was a good idea to join or not. I pretty much ended up, saying, like, listen, MeLo isn't getting anywhere. And at the time, iJH pretty much had, like, 400 subs. So, because pretty much they had 400 subs, it's like, who wouldn't want to join the 400 sub team? So, I ended up joining them. And, they were doing well, like, their introducings were doing well, even though they had a couple of videos posted and all that stuff. And I was like, wow, this team must have got, like, really lucky, like they rise pretty quickly. It turns out, after a couple uploads, like after I had to make a couple videos for them, like iJH challenges you, or the top 5 plays #1, I thought, like maybe the fans would like me and then I would get some subs. As it turns out, they were actually sub-botting, and for those who don't know what sub-botting is, it's pretty much like where you create like 100 different channels on like one email or something like that, and then you go ahead, you subscribe to the same channel. I guess it's kind of a way to rack in more subs, so people like see your channel as like something great. And personally, I'm not one to do that. Like, I personally think it's fucking stupid if you sub-bot. Like, again, the way that I earned like my 100 subscribers, I didn't do it like sub-bot, like, again, I worked hard and put time into my videos, and then for them to sub-bot like that, pretty much got me mad. Like, it got me really disappointed. So pretty much how the story of this whole situation went down was, a member from iJH ended up getting kicked, and pretty much, he ended up getting mad because this was over a top 5 plays in which that he couldn't commentate correctly, and I was trying to give him some support, knowing that, like, I've had bad commentaries, to be completely honest. But so he ended up screen sharing with me about the whole situation. As it turns out, the email, like, there was one email and it had 100 accounts on it, pretty much, that were all subbed to iJH. Now, pretty much when he showed this, the one issue I had was that some of the bots were subbed to his channel. So, um, at that point, it got me concerned. Like, I didn't know if this guy was doing it for a joke, like if this guy was actually sub-botting himself, or the leader actually created these 100 accounts and sub-bot. Again, this could go both ways. I'm pretty neutral on that, even though I'm probably going to get hate for it. You know, that people are probably going to tell me, like, no, that's not what really happened. Again, like, so-and-so did that. But again, I'm pretty neutral on the situation. Again, this could go both ways. So, it showed that there was like 100 accounts connected to this one email, and then they were also the iJH. And pretty much at this point, I knew I was fucked because they could actually sub-bot my channel, which is not something I want. So, pretty much at this point, that's when a lot of the members ended up leaving. They said, you know, like, we don't want to be on a team with people who sub-bot. So, some of the members ended up leaving. I'm not going to name who. I'm not going to put them on the spot, but, they ended up leaving on the spot. They ended up getting mad that they had to deal with a sub-bot team, and pretty much Darlo ended up getting pissed about it. So he said, you know, listen, we're going to restart a channel. We're going to make sure that this channel does not get sub-botted. And as it turns out, for their first video on their new channel, pretty much, it was introducing iJH Neptune. And it turns out that the description was fine of how Darlo put it, but then it turns out there was 5 different comments, and it started with a hashtag called fuck you logic. And the only way that people would start saying fuck you logic would be if someone actually trended that out, which I'm pretty sure none of us said anything about it. So pretty much, and it turns out that at the time they had like 20 subscribers, and then they had 20 likes. So at this point, it became obvious that, you know, Darlo ended up sub-botting. Now, I'm not saying that he's a bad person. Like, again, you know, he seemed pretty chill with me, you know, the times that we talked. I helped him out with a couple things, but the fact that he would go ahead and say he would restart a channel and then still sub-bot and then trying to make it look legit by like putting likes on each of the comments, you know, that said like fuck the haters and all this shit, kind of made me question, like, saying like, yeah, well, you know, he did probably sub-bot. So again, I don't know, guys. All I know is I'm done with that team, you know. Again, I don't want to associate myself with a team that sub-bots, and I know that's how some teams does it to get popular, is that they will sub-bot, and that's personally not the way to go to a team. So pretty much I ended up talking to Fire about this whole situation, and, you know, I explained to him the whole situation, what went down. You know, he said, like, honestly, you know, I knew the team was sub-botting, so I don't know, it was disappointing for me because, you know, I thought like they were actually going somewhere, like they were going to reach 1K, and then next thing you know, we find out about sub-botting, and then, you know, shit like this happens. So pretty much I ended up talking to Fire. I said, you know, listen, are you willing to let me back in MeLo? And he said, yeah, we're willing to do so. We just can't put you as co-leader again. Which again, I was completely fine by, because honestly, you know, I just didn't want to deal with a team with sub-bots anymore. So that's pretty much the whole gist of things that went down. I'm not getting into more detail. Again, there were heated arguments. People got pissed at each other, and I ended up joining MeLo again, which means I am joining as MeLo Speddi instead of MeLo Speddi, because unfortunately, there's already someone named MeLo Sparks, and I wanted to join as MeLo Sparks, but someone already has it, so I'm going to be doing MeLo Speddi. I will have my introducing up on there. Again, I still need more clips for it. And one more thing I do want to talk about is a harness sub montage. Again, that will not go away. I'm still trying to work on it. I pretty much need like 1 or 2 more clips, and then I'll go ahead, send it to an editor, and get it edited for my channel. So pretty much some stuff are able to come. Again, a couple of stuff were setbacks, but, you know, it's just a time for me to say, you know, like, I can move forward from this. So again, I'm not expressing hate to iJH. And I do also want to apologize to MeLo for originally leaving them for a higher sub team that's sub-botted. But again, I don't bring any hate to iJH, again, they're chill, but just the situation that went down personally and how I don't want to associate myself with sub-botters is pretty much how I went with it. So again, I know if you guys are gonna hate on me just because I joined a sub-botting team, I mean that's fine. Again, I didn't know about this until one of the members, told me that they were sub-botting. So I don't know. If you guys still support me, that's great. I mean, if you don't, that's greatly appreciated. But future reference, I guess I gotta say for joining a team is don't join a team with sub-botting. If you see a team rise quickly, either there could be some chance they will be very lucky, but most of the time it's sub-botting. So I don't know, guys. Just leave your opinions down below in the comments. There were some other topics I guess went down in the COD community, but again, I'm not gonna waste my time with them. Again, due to these topics that have happened to me. So with that being said, guys, I'm gonna try to find a way to upload more. I will be uploading more Black Ops 3 content, and of course, I am gonna get clips for my 100 sub montage and just my introducing. So with that being said, I'm out. I'll see you guys later.